How y'all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. We got another giant bag of animals and dinosaurs, a standard Monopoly, newish, and an electronic banking Monopoly. So let's start with Monopoly, the bottom one. So the 4 games we buy for part are Monopoly, Game of Life, Sorry, and Clue. Monopoly, I want the money, the hotels and houses, and the tokens. This is a new-ish Monopoly. I'm not sure what year. 2008, maybe. There's going to be 11 tokens. Which has the money bag that used to just be rolled out occasionally, and then they just made it part of the whole thing here. Doesn't look like any surprises in here, so let's get this sorted. So I said no surprises, and I was actually wrong. There is, in fact, an extremely old candy cane in here. I'll be putting that up on my eBay store if you guys are interested. Alright, so I was missing the iron out of the 11 count. I always have spares, so I threw an iron in there. And I do a money bag 10 count. I do a 10 count because I could take the cannon and I can make another listing of the classic 10, which includes a cannon and a ship. Cannon's just the one that seems to be missing all the time, so did it that way just so I can get 2 listings occasionally, and it worked out this time. So we have broken even on the first box with all that. 2, 2, 2, and 2. And we'll look at the electronic banking one, see if we need to do anything with it. Alright, so this is one of the iterations of electronic banking Monopoly. So out of this one, we want the banking unit and the debit cards. And you can actually sell them separately or together. And I picked this up, well, it's $3. You know, the only issue you have is if the banking unit is broken. I could fix them generally. So we're gonna see. It looks good. Should have 6 debit cards, and we got 6. And everything else in here is not useful. Don't resell this game whole. It's not going to carry any value. Hotels, houses are the wrong color, so I don't bother with those. And obviously it has no money. I think this one is the one with plastic tokens. And then it stands or something. There's a reason I don't mess with them. Oh no, these are the like the fake pewter. So I might actually do something with this. Pull them out. Failing that, I do have a listing of random tokens. Yeah, the Segway. I have a listing of random tokens that I put out sometimes. Just fill it with that. It looks like that's what we're doing with all the game pieces we got, apparently. That's why I didn't see them initially. I think one of the electronic banking just has like cardboard with a stand or something kind of strange. Just to save money. Oh. That wasn't good. Got a jet. I'm not even sure what the missing one is. It might be a cheeseburger. Dump it. So sure it's not in here. So it's not complete. Alright, so I have electronic Monopoly. We've got the cards, we have the banking unit, and then we have 5 out of the 6 tokens. So I'm going to put those in my randoms bin. See if we could get this banking unit working. I can tell you right now it is going to work. I hit the button and it's making this horrific low frequency screeching noise. That means it works. if you're not sure about battery-operated toys, a telltale sign that there's going to be a problem is if you notice white stuff around this lid. That is... Oh, shit. Is that? It's the alkalinity from the batteries blowing out. But even so, this could be really bad, actually. Let's see. That bottom battery bit going to be a problem. So we might end up having to really break this down and clean it if I can't get it looking some sort of way here. Find my screwdriver, flathead, what you use to clean these out. Yeah, just like kind of sat on this part. Like if I could get it to fire up right away with no cleaning, then we're going to do no cleaning. Don't know if any of these batteries work, unfortunately. All right, so I just booped. Those batteries could be dead. I have about 30 of them on my desk pulled from dead or dying toys, so sometimes I don't have good ones. Try that. And there we go. It works. So I'm not going to bother cleaning it because I know it works. Throw those out. So what's our going rate on this? Let us see. We'll go over here, and I'm barely sure I have one for sale. So we're just going to put banking and search my store. So we got the tokens, which I'm missing the skateboard apparently. Oh, okay, no. They're different ones, different years, whatever. So we got, there's a few different banking units. So we got this guy, the black one. We have Monopoly Junior banking. We have this one, New World Edition. And that's it. So apparently I sold the last one of this that I have. So I'm going to have to quickly look at my listings and see if it's in the last 3 months, and then I'll have my price. Otherwise we'll have to come up with a new price. So I actually got smart for a second, and I realized, hey, I get emails about all of this stuff. When's the last time I sold one of these, or this particular year? And it was in May. I sold it for 12 bucks. So that's what we're going to do today. And that's why I buy them for, 3, because I make an easy 6. All right, now we got this bag of dinosaurs and animals. We'll dig into that. All right, so this is one of the 5 or maybe 6 bags of toys I picked up the last couple of days. Most of it is junk. I know that. But it was $4, and I think I picked it up because of this Camel as a Schleich. I think there was maybe one more that I could see. If I could identify enough to break even on the bag, I go for it. You have no clue what's in here. Other than an enormous turtle. And this made it all worthwhile. But not really. What is this? Sea turtle. AAA brand. So this is junk. We know it's junk. AAA brand is not a good name. It's a big honking turtle. We have a... I can't get that out. So we'll go... Oh God. Don't tell me that happened. Oh no. Yeah, that did happen. It's a nightmare. You can tell this is junk by the seam. If you're not sure about animals, if you see seams like this, it's from a mold. It's not going to carry value. This one also has a spout in his mouth where some kind of mysterious liquid dripped out when I picked him up. So we're just going to hurl him in the garbage and never speak of that again. We've got a cheap dinosaur. This is Imperial. This is an old brand. If you are new to reselling, supply and demand is key. Just because it's old, yes, the supply is low because it's as old as I am, almost. But the demand is also low. Nobody's looking for this. Nobody cares about the brand they had when they were a kid. They're not going to know it was an Imperial. It's just a cheap toy, and you can't sell it because if all you could do is list it as Imperial Triceratops. There are likely 100,000, 300,000 Triceratops for sale. You will never move it. We have a really low quality wolf. You can tell it's low quality because this fur doesn't even look like anything. It looks like coral. You will never sell this guy. Timber wolf. Oh, that's actually a really old Safari Limited. We'll look that up. Safari Limited, huh? Safari eventually decided it was like, it's not Schleich. It's not bad, but it's not great. And all their stuff is small now. So that threw me off on that. It's a AAA, a giant snake. I'm going to move the duds down to this bin. Kids have been really enjoying this, actually. So this is Schleich, I believe. Yeah, this is an old Schleich Camel. And Schleich stuff is the name in animal figures, and this will bring anywhere from $8 to $25. I'm guessing this is going to be on the lower end, but sometimes you get surprised with figures. But if I see one, I know I paid full value. A lousy rubber dinosaur that is wet, and it has a don't know, don't want to know, some ancient bath toy. So that's a really low quality lion. This is a not horrible quality, but not great quality monkey or orangutan. I'm not good. Chimpanzee. That was close. It's another AAA. It's not super bad, but just because the seams kind of blend in because it's black. Got his body on his back. That's pretty cool. My kids will think that's really cool. We got a gorilla, an Imperial. That is junk. An enormous beetle, I guess. That's junk. This looks like Meg. Doesn't even say. This is, oh, sweet. So we have a Schleich 2012 beaver. And that's why we buy it if it's break-even proposition. Because I did not see that. In worst case scenario, you have a listing and possibly a review. But best case scenario, you found something that you didn't see, right? A really large lion. A crab that squeaks. I don't know why it would do that. This is obviously not a kid's toy. Whatever, my kids will play with it. Yep. Probably another Imperial, cheap. Stegosaurus. This could be like, yeah, Imperial 93. This is solid. A puma or something. A snake and a spider. So, what are we going to get at all this? First up, we got this 1990 Wolf, Safari Limited 79. Here it is, right here and right here. People looking for like $13, but they ain't gonna get it. They ain't gonna get nothing. I'm willing to bet, and the price just goes up from there. So if you have like a 100% discrepancy between pricing, it tells me nobody's buying this. 79. How many sell? 9. The Vanishing Wild Collection. So that's sold for more than the rest, but has a tag. And then this one's a different color. And these aren't the same one. So the fact there's all those other ones for sale and they're not moving, other than this one, which seems really weird, it's like money laundering or something. Not going to bother listing it. 90s Vanishing Wild Collection. Yeah, so whatever. Toss that. And then we got our beaver. Schleich 2012 beaver. Oh, there it is. Oh, whoops, that's our fold. All right, so we got 15, like 20. So then we get watchers, right? So that tells me that if I list this for 10, I will sell it because this person has it for 11. Everybody's looking at it, but not pulling the trigger. So we don't really have to keep looking at that point because somebody already did. 8 somebodies, in fact. And as we saw, there was one sold. With a tag, but whatever. Another one down here for the kind of asking price everybody's got. That's a grizzly bear. That's my listing, and I don't know why I pulled that up. Delightful. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna list this for 10 bucks. It should move along. And then we got the Camel, and this is an old one. Actually, no, it's a new one. They went back to their old logo. Interesting. Okay. 2019. They used to have like a bolder logo on the old ones. And not a beaver. Camel. And they brought it back, apparently, at some point. I don't run into too many modern ones of these. So that looks close. Yeah, that's right. It's just their lighting's better. It's got to be the same one. The tail is tucked a certain way. It's not that one. Yeah, so it's got to be this one. The lips are like pursed a little bit. Those were sold. So 6 watchers on 18 bucks. I didn't think it would go for that much, but so we got this one, Desert Camel. I'm not sure if I have the same exact one. It's hard to tell. But there is sometimes a difference in the paint. But this really looks the same. We got an 18 and somebody down here at 15. Yeah, so they're all around that. 18, 15. And then it said none sold, but then it was right down here, so. 16. I don't think that's the same one. Even though this is a female. The higher end figure is anatomically correct. That's why you know they're not toys, because that would generate a possibly awkward conversation. So we'll do 12 on it because I think it'll just move away if I do that. Might as well. All right. Not a bad pickup. Another good success out of the animal bags that I picked up. Again, I saw this assuming it was break even. It was actually profit right off the bat, and we got the little beaver to go with it. So if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.